Well, I can distinctly remember that morning driving into work. I mean, it was that eerie sky. You can just, it was windy already, very dry. And so I was driving into Station 35, was where I was stationed there. We took out one of the first strike teams out to Scripps Ranch. I grew up here in Scripps Ranch when I was 5 years old. I lived in that community that we saw homes burning down. I remember looking at front yards and homes that I spent a lot of time at friends' house that were no longer there. And certainly it was frustrating as a firefighter to realize that we couldn't put out all those fires. There were too many fires going on. And so what we'll do is we'll do a structure triage and we'll make an assessment on what we really think we can save. That's not in our nature, right? You see a house burning and you want to just attack it with all the water that you can. But when you've got a dozen homes on a street burning, you need to select which one that you've got the best chances of maybe being able to save, and that comes at the sacrifice of some of these other homes. We are in a much different position now. We have a healthy reserve fleet. We've got utility rigs. We've got a lot of other ways that certainly would make a big difference today. There's been a lot of other improvements in the fire service, and especially with our department, since that time. Communications was a challenge back then. We weren't on a common platform. Some were on VHF, we were on 800. We didn't have a centralized ordering point, and so while we were ordering resources from our own dispatch center, you had the county, CAL FIRE ordering from Monte Vista, you had Northcom ordering from theirs, and so it was very, very difficult for us to be able to track all of those resources and know what we had available to us on that. We also did not have nearly the number of aircraft that we have now. Not only has San Diego increased our aircraft fleet, but the county has, CAL FIRE's got much more resources, and now SDG&E here with their aerial resources. We probably have 5 times the number of aerial resources here in the county than we did back in 2003. But if you look on the technology side, we didn't have any fire modeling software. We couldn't put in where the origin was, have it take into account the weather, the fuel, the topography, and show us where that fire is going to be in an hour from now, 3 hours from now, 8 hours from now, and be able to start preparing those communities for evacuations and be able to pre-position some of our resources. And then our weather modeling as well. And I think anybody knew what the weather conditions were going to be on October 25th and 26th, but as far as pre-positioning, upstaffing, those types of things, we certainly have learned from that too. And now we pre-position resources ahead of a weather event, even if there's not a fire at that time. What they can do in advance gives them the best protection and gives their family the best chance of evacuating, getting out the personal belongings that they want, having that checklist to be able to be prepared and get out. And so we certainly encourage everybody to go on our website. We've got a Ready, Set, Go, a very easy guidebook to be able to show you some of the things that you want to make sure that you've got batteries in your flashlights, that you've got your kit, that you know exactly what you're going to be grabbing. Because I can tell you, that morning of the 26th, you just saw frantic homeowners not really knowing what to grab and grabbing things that were really inappropriate and were stalling their delays in getting out.